It's Sunday the 22nd of February, Aries, and the sun's gone for a cheeky lie-in. Brunch plans? Bless your little cotton socks. You'll surface around 1:07 p.m. after a dream where you were Simon Cowell judging a dog show, and all the dogs were chihuahuas. You'll briefly consider a hair of the dog prosecco. Briefly. Your doomscope object today is a hair tie on its last stretch, as strong as your resolve to avoid drama. By 3:17 p.m., you'll have attempted sourdough baking, decided it was witchcraft, and somehow ended up trying to learn the Highland fling via YouTube. You'll also fire off a text to someone from 2023, then dramatically whisper delete. This evening, Netflix is tutting at your life choices. You're basically a human phone, desperately seeking a charger before it's all over. Mars retrograde? More like Mars needs a brew and a biscuit. You'll be glued to TikTok, pausing only to order that dodgy kebab at precisely 1:53 a.m. You'll then blame the donor meat for everything. Advice: that genius plan? Sleep on it. Ideally until Tuesday. Taurus, happy Sunday the 22nd of February. Rising before midday? Honestly, love, who are you trying to kid? The waxing gibbous moon is positively begging you to stay horizontal, and Mars is fueling your burning desire for anything beige and edible. That coffee to Bailey's ratio? Questionable. This is your cleanse. Venus has rendered you incapable of maintaining eye contact, possibly because you've not seen another human being since Thursday. Should anyone dare darken your door, feign a sudden onset of the plague. You've meticulously planned 97 separate expeditions from the sofa to the fridge, each involving a different variety of biscuit. Trousers are optional. Society is a construct. Evening forecast: any attempt at cheffing will end with you speed dialing dominoes. The cosmic gods grant you permission to binge that documentary on competitive ferret grooming, but Saturn insists you scroll through every holiday photo from Karen who you met on that cruise in 2014. Fantastic. Advice: resist plans like they're soggy sprouts. Gemini, the universe clocked you hitting snooze more times than a teenager on Christmas morning. Brunch. Optimistic. You'll be functioning on leftover biscuits and instant coffee until at least 2:30, at which point you'll remember the questionable dance-off from Friday. A shiver will run down your spine. Leisure time involves scrolling through streaming services for 45 minutes only to rewatch Bake Off. You'll start alphabetizing your spice rack, realize halfway through that you don't know where the cumin is, and then start looking at holiday cottages in Norfolk. By 8 p.m., the siren song of a takeaway menu is irresistible. You'll spend the evening doom scrolling whilst pretending you understood the ending of that Scandi Noir. You definitely didn't. Your doomscope vegetable is a limp celery stick promising itself it will be a green smoothie. Your commitment levels are similar. Advice: stop abandoning ship. Just finish something for once, even if it's only the last biscuit. Cancer, the stars are gobsmacked you're not still horizontal. Saturn is currently projecting disappointment directly onto your duvet. Your brunch fantasy, a full English with extra bacon, will probably end up being toast and a mournful stare at the empty fridge. The afternoon unfolds like a public information film about the perils of procrastination. Will you brave the supermarket and somehow spend 70 quid on 4 items? Or will you color coordinate your sock drawer for the 3rd time this month? Prepare for passive-aggressive WhatsApps from your pals. You're running precisely 47 minutes behind schedule. Charming. Evenings see you succumbing to the siren song of the sofa. 3 episodes of that true crime thing and you're suddenly convinced you can recreate that fancy-looking margarita you saw on TikTok last May. Cue scenes of chaotic citrus-related carnage and, eventually, a pizza order at precisely 9:03 p.m. Advice: stop blaming the remote for hiding under the cushions. You put it there. This auspicious Sunday the 22nd of February finds you surfacing approximately 2 hours after your brunch booking. Your doomscope animal today is a catfish pretending to be someone else online, more convincing than your last attempt at effortless hair. Mars retrograde is playing havoc with your treat radar near that artisan donut shop. By 1:30, you'll be inexplicably brandishing a glazed cronut the size of your head in a photo opportunity. Venus is feeling neglected, which means your best mate is about to receive 17 highly filtered selfies and the question: do I look different? Evening planetary forecast: optimistic cheese toasty. That easy pasta sauce from 2021? Best left undisturbed. It's less rustic trattoria and more mystery ingredient. Embrace the takeaway menu. You'll be glued to true crime documentaries, providing extensive running commentary because apparently, the sofa's a stage now. Honestly, who are you even performing for? Advice: resist the urge to become a bread-making influencer. The cosmos politely requests you step away from the sourdough. Virgo, Venus is staging a sit-in over your spreadsheet titled Spontaneous Fun Activities. This particular Sunday, the 22nd of February, you'll stir an hour and a half later than planned, convinced you scheduled a nap but forgot to color-code it. Brunch. Love, you'll spend longer debating whether the avocado is actually smashed or merely aggressively mushed. This afternoon, those online sale bargains from last year are staging a comeback tour. Expect to dedicate 2 hours attempting to return a potato ricer you're adamant you never ordered. Mars is attempting to boost your confidence, but you're more likely to try 7 outfits on before deciding to stay in your pajamas. The cosmos has concerns. Evening plans involve expertly navigating 7 streaming platforms only to conclude nothing is worth watching, so you rewatch Bake Off. Again. Virgo, your Deliveroo account knows you better than you know yourself. Advice: stop ironing your pants and embrace the chaos. It's less exhausting than a trip to IKEA. Your alarm clock is throwing a right tantrum this morning, Libra, bless its little heart. You're contemplating brunch, obviously. The group chat is still thinking about it. You'll be halfway through your second biscuit before anyone decides. That instant coffee at the back of the cupboard? It's side-eyeing you. The afternoon promises leisure, with a side of mild hysteria. Around 2:17 p.m. you'll experience an uncontrollable urge to feng shui your throw cushions. One YouTube tutorial later, you're elbow deep in macrame and contemplating starting an Etsy shop. Your Doomoscope animal today is a badger with boundary issues, which is basically you deciding your friend's dating app bias for them. By evening, you'll be resembling a discarded blanket on the sofa. You were going to cook. You really were. Deliveroo beckoned. An hour later, you have looked so hard that you are now facing a plethora of closed restaurants. Advice: order a pizza. The universe is threatening to move your telly remote somewhere really inconvenient. Scorpio, well done on not joining a conspiracy theory group this week. Mercury's messing about, so when you surface at midday on Sunday the 22nd of February, convinced you've double-booked something, don't panic. It's probably just your subconscious reminding you about that pottery class you drunkenly signed up for. Check your messages Wednesday. This afternoon, hidden behind sunglasses big enough to land a plane, you'll bravely face the shops. Venus is sniggering as you hover between yet another black top and another black top. Think of it as research for your role in Minimalist Spy Mum, the supermarket years. Eye contact with the cashier may result in accidentally knowing their star sign. Tonight, social plans will spontaneously combust approximately 11 minutes after opening TikTok. Stare directly into the abyss until 3 a.m. That true crime documentary? And the advice: don't fret it. The stars sincerely apologize for reminding you of that time you called your teacher mum in year 8. Sunday the 22nd of February is poking you awake around 11:30, which is practically midday for Sagittarius. Those Eggs Benedict plans? Now it's stale biscuits found down the side of the sofa, which you've renamed brunch. Your Doomoscope animal is a seahorse whose dad did all the work, which explains your reliance on Deliveroo. This afternoon, you'll make a valiant attempt at being presentable before venturing out. This will involve staring intensely at your wardrobe before declaring you have nothing to wear, despite it overflowing. Mars retrograde is currently suggesting a quick trip to the shops, resulting in 70 quid spent on bath bombs. Resist. Come evening, it's you versus the TV remote, blaming Netflix fatigue for not finishing that pottery documentary. Venus is lurking on social media, liking pictures from people you haven't seen since secondary school, while the washing pile quietly multiplies. And the stars have spoken. Advice: put your phone down. Actually, no, show me what you're looking at. Sunday morning, and after a heroic snooze button marathon, you emerge blinking into the daylight around 11s. Brunch beckons, mainly because the fridge is looking emptier than a politician's promises. Prepare for battle at the buffet. Securing that last pain au chocolat will require tactical genius. By afternoon, Venus is side-eyeing your online shopping habits. You will, of course, stumble upon the perfect velvet chaise longue, upholstered with what appear to be kittens, only to discover it's located in Inverness and costs more than your actual flat. Resistance is futile. You will purchase it and your sofa now features a suspicious stain shaped like whales. The evening. Picture a toddler doing ballet on roller skates. Your takeaway pizza arrives looking like it's lost a fight with a lawnmower, and Netflix is convinced you're obsessed with competitive ferret grooming. Advice: stop planning self-care. Just eat biscuits in bed. The fitness tracker only judges you. Aquarius, you blinked awake at the positively indecent hour of 11:57 a.m. on this Sunday the 22nd of February, convinced you'd be mastering your Sunday. Reality check, your decision fatigue is real. You spent a solid quarter of an hour debating between regular tea or herbal tea. Just get the kettle on, love. Your doomscope animal today is a panda who was told to be productive, giving slightly crumpled bin bag. Socializing today feels like trying to fold a fitted sheet. You might bravely venture out for milk, only to find yourself color coordinating the magazines in the corner shop for a full 43 minutes. Tonight, you imagine a sophisticated evening of Netflix and chill. Instead, you'll accidentally set off the smoke alarm making toast, order a portion of chips and gravy at 1:17 a.m., no judgment, then fall down a property ladder tic-tac wormhole until your phone hits you in the face. Mars retrograde is currently hiding all your favorite series. Advice: stop saying yes then acting like you've been kidnapped. The planets are judging your calendar management. This Sunday, Pisces will achieve peak horizontal. Waking up at midday feels less like a lie-in and more like a lifestyle choice. The sun, actively avoided. The coffee machine, you'll engage in a full-blown domestic, involving theatrical sighs and possibly a spoon banging on the worktop. It's going to lose. This afternoon, Venus judges your wardrobe choices with the severity of Gok Wan. Prepare for an ASOS frenzy. You'll end up with a sequined hoodie, leopard print leggings and an inflatable T-Rex costume because, obviously, your neighbor Sharon will tut disapprovingly while you're putting the bins out, precisely at 3:17 p.m. By evening, the moon whispers sweet nothings about pizza. Forget cooking. Saturn suggests wallowing in that soppy rom-com from last year. Don't fight it. Expect dramatic sobbing, followed by a deep dive into cute puppy videos. Obviously. Advice: embrace the chaos. The universe thinks you're hilarious.